Today I have a OnePlus 8 Pro, and while this one looks to be in perfect condition, it's actually full of water and won't display. I've had a few comments requesting I show you how I handle water damaged devices, so here we go. The best way to tell if a device has liquid damage is by checking the camera lenses for humidity. Also, placing your phone in rice won't do anything except waste perfectly good rice. This phone is water resistant, but not waterproof. This phone will need to be heated to open the back glass panel. Once water finds its way in, it will struggle to come out without some assistance. Historically, OnePlus has passed on getting devices certified for water and dust resistance. It's a costly process for manufacturers. Ironically, they did get this device certified with an IP68 rating. Before the Apple fans say this wouldn't happen to an iPhone, be reminded that this is the same rating your iPhone has, like I recently showed on my Instagram. Are you following me there yet? A thin metal pry tool and the occasional squirt of alcohol will loosen the adhesive that holds the glass panel in place. There are no ribbons or antennas around the frame to worry about. Once the back panel is off, we get a good look at that copper coil that puts my transparent LG G6 to shame. This coil is seriously beautiful. At the top of the phone, there are 12 identically sized Phillips screws that hold the plastic panel to the board. One of these is a tamper-evident sticker that voids the manufacturer warranty. 2 of the dozen screws are hidden below the wireless coil sticker. Once the plastic panel is removed, we get to the most important step, disconnecting the battery. Water alone won't do much damage, but water with an electrical current flowing through it is how you get corrosion. I made a short about what happens to your phone when salt water gets in it. You should check it out. Down to the bottom, there are 7 more identical screws securing the speaker and charge port cover to the frame. Another of these is covered with a tamper-evident sticker. Now disconnect the other major board connectors to check for signs of corrosion or damage. There are 2 board screws that hold the main logic board in the housing. These are silver and should be easy enough to keep separate from the main pile. Since a majority of the moisture was noticed by the selfie camera, I'll take that out to inspect. Sure enough, there is standing water in the camera hole as well as on the camera itself. Now the main logic board can be removed. The most concerning bit of corrosion appears to be on the back side of the board where the selfie camera usually sits. These don't look too fresh and clean. Before I can proceed with any level of repair, I need to ensure that this whole device is as dry as possible. Using a food dehydrator on low heat will help evaporate all the water from the frame and board. This usually takes an hour or more depending on how wet the phone is. With the board quite dry, I can start cleaning up this corrosion. Unfortunately, I don't have a great way of showing you this process without falling short on my promise of high quality video. I simply don't have a great microscope camera, and mounting my camera to the microscope makes things quite difficult to work around. Essentially, what I've located here is what appears to be a small capacitor that blew out. I don't have any board schematics to go off of for OnePlus devices, but luckily I have a donor that was pulled off the board of a Galaxy S5. While I'm not certain that they are a perfect match, I'm confident that they are close enough for functionality. The pads that this capacitor was sitting on no longer look good, but running some solder over the exposed copper to tin the pad should work just fine. This is too small to use my soldering tweezers, so I'll be using hot air to flow the component back on the board. I'll then touch up both sides of it with a bit of solder to ensure they are connected properly. This isn't always the case when it comes to water damage. Each device is different, and liquid causes chaotic damage, which can appear anywhere on the board. Some have no corrosion, some have too much. Once I'm confident that I've gone over everything, I'll reassemble it enough to finally give it power and test the device. Satisfied that everything is working as well as it can, I'll fully reassemble the device, placing the gorgeous blue back panel down with some fresh adhesive. Every water damage repair will go slightly different, but the process of opening, drying, and cleaning should be a part of every repair. Let me know what you thought in the comments below and what kind of repairs interest you the most. Thanks for sticking around to the end. I'll see you next time.